Well guys, it's a little bit windy today, but I thought today's video topic would be the fastest 125s out there. What is the fastest speed you've had? It's always a controversial video, but I'd like to know what people obviously claim to have had out of their bikes and stuff. And if you know about me, you would have seen the bikes I've had. There's a previous video on that. But I've had 2 strokes and I've had 4 strokes. I've had my fair share, and I've had the fastest 125 you can possibly have. So I thought, you know what, let's start it off. I'll kick off with the 125s I had and the power I've had out of them, the speed I've had out of them. So I've had the Aprilia RS 125, which was the 1999. The 33 brake horsepower, fully unrestricted RS 125, and it had the full race Gianelli exhaust system on it, and it also had obviously the power valve system on it. It also had the carbon reed valves, tuned carb on it, bigger pilot screws, bigger main jets. It had a Vertex Domes piston in it as well on the top head. And the fastest I got out of that was 105 miles per hour on flat as well. So the speeds I'm saying are on flat, not downhill, just true speed on flat, all balls to the wall type of thing. So that was 105 miles per hour from the Aprilia RS 125, and then the TZR 125 was about 95 miles per hour, and again that was the YPVS system, which is Yamaha power valve system. That again 95 miles per hour after it, all done up properly, carbs cleaned, well carb cleaned, all that good stuff. Again 95 miles per hour, flat, 2-stroke, pure power. And then the fastest 125 I had, the fastest 2-stroke, was the Chikivo Mito, which I had. I only had it for a couple of months. Probably not even a couple of months, probably just 1 month I had that for. But that was the Chikivo Mito, the 7-speed Evo version, which is literally like a baby Ducati with how it's styled. And anyone who knows about the 7-speed system on that, it's ridiculous. Like the quickest 125s, like there's always that debate between which is quicker, an RS 125 or like the Aprilia or the Chikiva, and I've had both. The Chikiva definitely fastest. Say it had 7 gears. I got 110 miles per hour out of that. Again, that was flat. I'm 6'5". You could probably get a bit faster if you weighed next to nothing and you were smaller than me. But I got 110 miles per hour out of that. Absolutely ridiculously quick. Again, 2-stroke, pure raw power on that one. As far as 4 strokes, I've been on I used to have the Yamaha WR125X, again, Yamaha engine. I've been on the YZF R125, the Yamaha engine. I've been on a Reju RS3125, which were mine, which again, Yamaha engine. And now there's Ontes, which is a Yamaha engine. So, I've had a fair few. And I've been on the Honda CBR 125, and I've also, my friend at the time used to have the Aprilia RS V4 125 as well. I've been on that and I've seen the top speeds of them. So I mean, we're pretty much the biggest names out there, and the ones which people claim to have the best power and best speed out of them. I've been on them, I know what they're capable of doing. So I'll start off from the bike what I'm on now. On flat, on this, with the gearing I've got, if it's standard on flat, you probably get 65 on it. If you pinned it out, you might get 70. But I've had 70 on this quite comfortable because of the gearing I've done. Then I've been on the R125 YZF, and anyone who claims them saying, well, I've got 90 miles per hour out of it. I've never seen it. I've raced people on them. I've never seen it. The fastest I've seen one of them go is like probably 80, an absolute push. Standard, you're looking at 74. The WR125X, I used to get 70 out of that as top speed. And then the fastest 125 I had, which was the 4-stroke, I'll be honest with you, was the Reju. And the Reju RS3 125 is the exact same engine as a YZF R125, but the ECU, there's literally a wire. You can take the wire out, turn it upside down, put it back in. It takes the restriction off it, the speed limiter off it. It's so stupid, and not a lot of people know about it, but you literally take the wire out, upside down, put it back in. It takes the speed limiter off of it. It takes the restrictions off of it. So doing that, as well as the airbox, there is an airbox mod, what not many people know about. and it's basically like their version of a baffle in the airbox. It's a restrictor plate. It's literally a thin piece of plastic that goes across, and there's like a couple of small holes to restrict the airflow. You take that plate out, you've no longer got restricted airflow. So coupling that with obviously the ECU, taking the speed limiter off, and then I changed the rear sprocket on that one instead of a front sprocket, and I got 85 miles per hour out of the RS3125, the Reju. And there's a video actually, a very old video, where I'm racing against a YZF R125 and completely blew it out with the water. Like, it's not me just saying it, and I've been back up, there's backup on my YouTube channel. Very easily the fastest 125 I've ever had. Another fast 125 I had, actually, believe it or not, was a Hyacin GTR 125. And that was because it's a V-twin. You get your low end torque anyway. But then I did the full sprocket conversion, did the chain conversion, did the carbs, ended up changing, like I said, the pilot and the main screw. Changed all that, tuned it up properly, the carbs up properly. Did all the airbox and everything on there. And that I got 80 miles per hour out of a GTR, which I don't think is bad. To say it's a heavy bike, and again, it's a Suzuki GXXR 600 frame, it bloody shifted. It were a very good 125. But I'd be interested to know, the only one I've not been on is the Honda CB 125. And I know that everyone says they're really good, the same as the Yamaha MT are really good. But apparently, like I said, this engine in here is a Yamaha engine, and apparently it's the same as the Yamaha MT. So I'm not 100% sure. I've heard about it a lot of people have said about it. Zontes actually claim as well that they do have Yamaha parts in here, which I have seen a few Yamaha parts when I've had a look at different things on it. But yeah, it'd be interesting to know, guys, what's your opinion, what's your thoughts, what have you had out of your 125s? Like I said, there's always going to be someone that's claiming that to add 100 miles per hour out of a 4-stroke 125, and I've never seen it. Like I said, I've had my fair share of 125s. I've drove enough 125s to be able to have my own opinion on it. Like I said, everyone's got their own opinion anyway. But let me know below. Let me know below what speeds you've had, what 125 have you had. Obviously, to me, the 2-strokes are always going to be the fastest bikes. They always were. I think they always are going to be the fastest 125s. Yeah, let me know what let me know what speed you've had out of yours. Until next time, guys, in a bit.